polio children. What is polio? Polio is a disease caused by a virus, and it affects the nerves. And it affects mostly children under 5. It renders their lower limbs, the hands and legs, defunct, and they cannot use them. So they have to live with the indignity and the disability for their lives. But that's just the beginning. Later in life, they get what's called post-polio syndrome, and in that case, what happens is the better arm or the better leg is infected, and it leads to paralysis. So this is a disease that kills you very slowly over a long period of time. And in the world, we have something like 50 million plus children that suffer from this. They suffer physically, but mentally they're very strong. And this is borne out by the fact that we have had the likes of President Roosevelt, we've had Mia Farrow, Jack Nicklaus, all these guys and girls have made it to the top. They've given a lot to our society. What I'm going to do here is give you an idea of what the disease does to the child, what do polio children do with these children, and how we bring them into mainstream society. So there you saw Angelina in the top left-hand corner, Angelina with a beaming smile, because that's courtesy of polio children. She does not walk on her knees to school, doesn't have to suffer bleeding, and polio children picks up the tab for her schooling. So what is today all about? Today we're pitching for our Tanzania project in Handeni district, where there's a polio hostel that was started in the 60s. Just under 50 boys and girls live there. They go to the local primary and secondary schools, and these would be kids mostly from remote areas. And we have a shortage of a hostel. We have a waiting list of 20 boys and girls who could easily be accommodated there and schooled and brought into mainstream society. Why Kwame Kono? Since 2011, Polio Children has collaborated with them, and we found that more girls go to secondary school now, more boys and girls get into vocational training colleges and going yonder. 2 have gone into teacher training now. And what they're doing also is when they become gainfully employed, not only do they look after themselves, they feed their immediate family and they feed their extended family. Try getting our kids to do that. So the costings are very simple. We have a hostel we can build for about 7,500. Furniture, bedding, it has to be made locally with the local wood, etc. for longevity reasons. And I've included in there £300 for the luxury of bed sheets and pillows. And I tell you one thing, we will cut that out if the funding is not available, because these kids only want to go to school. They're not interested in luxuries like that. That will benefit 20 boys and girls, and it will create 2 full-time jobs. What does your pound buy? It buys, to the extent of, let's say, 65 pounds, 10 bags of cement or a locker, 152 bags, 500, all the bricks. So you can see that's value for money. Now, Tanzania and why Kwame Kono? Kwame Kono is a secure place. The campus is fenced off, and it has its own garden, so we can teach the children other skills in terms of growing their own food, preparing their own food. We can also teach them about chicken and egg husbandry, if you've not heard about that, looking after the local farm that has the chickens and eggs. But also for those who are a bit more industrious with their hands, we have an in-house carpenter shop where they can learn carpentry. So not everybody's going to go for the academics. In that case, we have the opportunity to do that. Years ago, once in a while, a boy would make it, and here we have a couple of examples where Wilbert became a lecturer and Azura a carpenter. With such a big throughput, we were not getting results. Last 5 years, when we started Polio Children, we got down to it and we decided, yes, we've got to scale this up, and this is what Polio Children is about. Get more of them into the hostel, more of them into the schooling, more of them into mainstream society, so that they stand on their own feet. And this template has been tried in other countries by us. It works, and Polio Children has 0 administration costs. Here is some independent evidence of our work, accolades from the Prime Minister and all sorts of other paraphernalia to tell you, I don't have to tell you about that we do something right. So, in the final analysis, Polio Children is about catching those children who slip through the net of immunization. And we ensure they get the opportunity to go into mainstream society. Why this project? When we build a hostel that accommodates this sort of children, these are the children who are going to go and be the producers, be the leaders of the future for their country. And when we visit them, they tell us, we want to do something locally. We want to build our nation, our country, not somebody else's. And let me quote, independent research shows clearly, when we take one of these child and put them through our program, or any program which puts them into work, they will impact positively during their career 1,000 lives. So in my visits, I also get from the students and from the adults that, can you please do something simple so that we can keep our kids here, they can do something positive here, they can scale up and put some value into the economy. And this we want to do because we do not want our children to become migrants. We don't want them to be migrating to the Mediterranean as we are seeing in front of our eyes in the paper and the press. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the opportunity, and I call it an opportunity because it's sincerely an opportunity to touch in the region of 20,000 plus lives by doing and sponsoring a project like this. Thank you very much.